Well, hello to you, my entrepreneurial friend. This is Brian K McNeill, the sales confidence coach. I'm also the king of the conference rooms, and I'm excited to share with you today. This is a Friday afternoon. I'm going to give a 30-minute block of instruction. And the question, what I'm going to talk about today is a topic that I wish that most entrepreneurs and salespeople had before. This is something that I wish that you had learned before. I wish someone had talked to you about this before, which will help make your business more profitable. The question is that we're going to talk about today is who you should be selling to. Who you should be selling to. And again, I really wish that when you first started your business, someone had a conversation with you like what we're going to have today. This time's going to feel like it went by really, really fast. If you don't know who I am, my name is Brian K McNeill. I've been helping people to sell themselves and their services better for right at 30 years now. I've written 4 amazing books on the topic. I have helped thousands of people to sell better. I have hundreds, literally hundreds of testimonials about the effectiveness of my work, and both written down and video. So I believe what I'm about to share to you is going to be really, really helpful. But who you should be selling to. Now, when I get a chance to speak to a new audience or a new client, whether it's a group setting or a one-on-one, I typically start off with 4 questions. And these 4 questions I can use in a lot of different ways, but it typically tells me everything I need to know to see if I can be helpful to this person. But the 4 questions I ask, number 1, I ask them, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? And I listen carefully to how they answer that question. What do you do for a living? The next question I ask them is, who do you believe would pay for your services? Who do you believe would pay for your services? That's the second question of the 4. First question is, what do you do for a living? The second question is, who do you believe would pay for your services? Would pay for your services. The third question is, once they decide to hire you and pay you the money that you ask and take your suggestions, what do you call them? Okay. And then the fourth question is, so what business would you say that you are in? Now let's break it down. The first question, what do you do for a living? Typically, you'll hear either a cute answer or a descriptive answer. Well, what I do is I'm in the people business. That's a cute answer, not very descriptive. And some people describe it. I'm the guy that reviews the documents before they go to this. They describe what they do, and that's fine too. Cute is fine, descriptive is fine, but neither one of those answers compels. Neither one of them compels the person that heard you to move forward. They're not compelling, but that's what people typically do because they don't understand sales like I do. What do you do for a living? If you give a cute answer or a descriptive answer, you miss that opportunity. What I teach people to do is to introduce an easy to understand, easy to agree upon problem when someone asks them, what do you do for a living? I say, that's solved by their services. You know how there are so many people that are endeavoring to be in business for themselves, and a lot of those people don't know how to sell it well, and because of that, there aren't nearly enough money. You know what I mean? Right. Well, what I do is I make it easy for them to sell themselves and their services better than ever before. They're going to have more money than ever before. I introduce a problem and I get them to agree with it. But today we're talking about who you should be selling to. So the first question, what do you do for a living? My second question I ask people is, who do you believe would pay for your services, or who do you believe should pay for your services? This is where most of the people get tripped up, the entrepreneurs that I serve. The entrepreneurs I serve, I say, who do you believe should pay for your services? You hear answers like anybody, or everybody, or anybody with skin, or anybody that drives a car, or anybody that da-da-da-da-da. Let me tell you now, when someone asks who you believe should be your clients, if you say anybody or everybody, that answer is incorrect. Even if you have a product, even if you have a service that could serve most people, that don't mean they should be your client, because they may not click with you. They may not connect with you and your personality. And you have a right to your personality. You have a right to your personality, you have a right to the way you work. And they're not good fits for you, they should not be your client. If you write anything down, write these words down. Fit before fee. F-I-T before F-E-E. If they're a good fit for you, they should be a client. Now, a fit for you means someone that you can talk to like a grown person. That's one criteria. That they can understand you, you can understand them. You can actually have good communication. That's a good fit. And they can work at your rate of speed. You have a right to the rate of speed. Some entrepreneurs prefer to work slower than others. Some entrepreneurs prefer to work faster than others. Some entrepreneurs prefer to be very, very detailed and very, very, with a lot of industry jargon and a lot of detail. And some of them prefer to be light on that kind of stuff. But you have a right to who you are. So it's fit before fee. You have, who do you believe should be your client? Is the ones that fit with you and your personality. Have you ever done business with someone? I'm asking you now. Have you ever had a business transaction with someone where it didn't feel like anybody was selling anybody? It just felt comfortable. The communication was easy. You enjoyed them. They enjoyed you back. It was a good scenario for both of you, right? That was an easy way to do business. You actually enjoyed the process. And the converse is probably true as well. Just like you have experienced a situation where it was easy to work with that client, you probably felt it at least once in your career where the communication wasn't easy. And you didn't particularly like them, and they didn't particularly like you either. And because the communication wasn't easy, you didn't really like each other. It was hard to do business with that person. You know what that feels like. That's not a good fit. Those personalities don't match. They don't work together. They shouldn't be your client. I learned a long time ago a concept called high probability selling. High probability selling versus low probability selling. And this is kind of like the meat of what we want to talk about today. And again, I'm going to be done in less than 30 minutes. High probability selling versus low probability selling. High probability selling happens when you are offering your services or products to the people and in the places where you have the highest probability of being successful. Low probability selling is you're offering your services to anybody. And a lot of those times you're offering your services to the people and in the places where you do not have a high probability of being successful. Selling to any and everybody, selling to people where you don't have a high probability of being successful, what's going to happen is you experience more than necessary frustration. You have more than necessary no's. You're contributing to a negative experience in your business by offering your services to the wrong people at the wrong time. Again, you have a right to your personality. I'm going to suggest to you that you learn to only sell your services and products to the people where you have the highest probability of success and in the places where you have the highest probability of success. And where is that and who is that? Those are the people that connect with you and your personality. Yes, they are. So the second question I ask is, who do you believe would pay for your services? And if they say anybody and everybody, that's an incorrect answer. The third question of the four that tells me all I need to know, the third question is, what do you call the people that hire you or say yes to you? What do you call the people that choose to do business with you? If you call them clients, okay, that's one thing, or customers, or partners, or members, what do you call the people that decide to hire you? Now, if you call them clients, for example, that's the question 3 of the 4. If you call them clients, and then the fourth question is, so what business would you say that you are in? Now, if you say, I'm in the insurance business, the coaching business, I'm in the people business, I'm in the insurance, healthcare business, I'm in the whatever, I'm going to tell you now, whatever business you say you're in or think you're in, you're incorrect. I'm going to tell you why you're incorrect. Because if the people that pay you money, if you call them clients or members or associates or customers, whatever you call the people that hire you, that's the business you're in. For example, if you call them clients, I'm going to say to you, your real business, in a very real way, your real business is the capturing and keeping of a new client. That's your real business. That's what actually earns you money. Securing a new client and taking great care of that client when you get them. That's what earns you money. Now, I am not telling you to tell people that your business is capturing and keeping a new client. That's just something I want you to understand. I'll teach you how to answer the question, what do you do for a living? But your real business in the most real way, whatever you call the people that pay you, that's the real business that you're in. You're not in the people business. If you call the people that hire your services associates or members or clients, your real business is the capturing and keeping of a new client. And it's very important that you grasp a hold of that and embrace what your real business is. Because if you will grasp that and embrace that your real business is securing clients, it puts the proper focus on your workday. There are a ton of things in the world of an entrepreneur that you could do during the course of a day that do not help you earn money. That's right. There are a lot of busy work things you can do. There's a lot of preparation things that you can do. There's a lot of things you could do that's getting you ready to start earning money, but not actually earning money. All that inputting, all that searching, all that scrolling, all that connecting, Yes, those things are important to do, but they're not earning you money now. Those are the activities that getting you ready to earn money. There's only a few. Here's the things that actually earn you money. Prospecting, actually looking for the person that you can offer your services to. Presenting, actually engaging in the act of presenting. Actually closing, going through the process of asking for money and exchanging your services. Following up with people that didn't say yes or no. Those things, prospecting, presenting, closing, following up. Learning, that actually contributes to you earning some money. Delivering, we actually have to coach the client or deliver. Those things actually earn you some money. But that's about it, okay? The single most profitable use of your time is actually talking to someone where they know what you do and there's a potential for business there. That is the single most profitable use of your time. Actually talking to someone who could become a client. Now let's talk about these people who stuck in the, I just want to meet people in a favorable way. I just want people to get to know me and I want to get to know them. I just want to meet people for coffee. Let me say this to you. You are not helping that way. Just meeting with people for the sport of meeting with people waste your both time. And I'm going to be careful how I say that. You're not really wasting your time. You're having a nice time with them, yes. But everyone has a limited amount of time. The time should be productive, moving towards something. The concept of know, like, and trust would be fine if people understood what it really means. Know, like, and trust by itself is an abbreviation. It's an abbreviation of the original Greek formula. People must like you before they can listen to you. They must listen to you before they can trust you. And they must trust you before they can buy from you. 6 instead of 3. But here's the problem that most folks have with that. They get stuck with the like. In the original formula, they only have to like you enough to hear your story. They only have to like you enough to hear your presentation. That's it. They do not have to like you enough to put you in their weddings or none of that stuff. Just enough to hear your story. Prospecting, presenting, closing, following up, delivering, learning, and present. That's about it. Those are things that actually earn you money in business. And you should spend, and if you did nothing more, but the resolve to spend more time actually prospecting and presenting and closing and following up and delivering and learning. If you spent more time doing those activities, I guess it was maybe 30 years ago, 40 years ago, a study was done about how much time the average salesperson in America actually spends working in a day. And then about 30 years ago, did the same study. About 20 years ago, did the same study. About 10 years ago, did the same study. And the answers can consistently, guess how much time do you think the average entrepreneur spends selling their services per day? Actually, how much time does the average salesperson spend engaged in the activity of selling their services a day? Guess how much time the average has been consistently? The average consistently has been about an hour and a half a day. I work 12 hours a day. Yes, but about 90 of those minutes were actually spent selling. The rest of those hours were spent doing other stuff, either delivering or preparing, but not doing. Okay, delivering what's been done, preparing, but not doing. Only about an hour a day. And me and my guys, we went on this thing. Can we get to 3 hours a day of actually work? And we define work as only the time that you spend prospecting, actually looking for someone that you could be offering your services to, actually presenting, whether it's to a group or individual, going through the activities of closing the sale, following up with the potential client, delivering the things that you offered and sold, keeping it going, servicing the account. Those are the things. That's it. That's about it. That's about it. And how much time do you spend doing those things in a day? Message. Let me go back to the 4 questions. Okay. What do you do for a living? How do you answer that? Who do you believe should pay for your services? Only the right fits for you. What do you call the people that pay you? You call them clients? Then your real business is securing new clients and taking great care of the clients that you get. Here's what you need to know. Whenever someone says, when I ask the question, what do you do for a living? And they say stuff like, I do real estate, or I do insurance, or I'm in the coaching business, or I'm in the financial services game. Those kinds of statements, I do this and I do that. Those statements, what you're attempting to do when you answer the question of what do you do for a living? Well, I do coaching, or I do speaking, or I'm a speaker. I'm a speaker. Okay, I'm a motivational speaker. Whenever you answer questions like that, all those examples, what you're attempting to do is you're attempting to make the person that heard your answer lump you into the category of everyone else that they understands that does that. You're trying to make yourself like all the other real estate agents or the coaches or the insurance people or the financial advisors. You're lumping yourself into the category. Whenever you say, I do real estate, or I do insurance, or I do coaching, whenever you do that, you are attempting to make your unique self like everybody else that's doing that. You're helping them. You're helping them to see you as one of many. You are helping them to not see you as unique, not see you as someone to move forward to it. Yes, you are. You're doing it unwittingly. That's true. But you're not helping them to see you as the champion that you really are. So you don't want to help them to put you into a category. You want to not answer that question like that anymore. When someone asks you what you do for a living, you should tell them the problem you solve first and get them to agree it's a problem. Introduce yourself as if you're a solution, and then attach benefits to your name. I do what I do so that they can sell themselves and their services better than they ever have before and earn more money than ever before, so that they can retire with dignity, or so that they can find a home that they can actually live in, or so that they can actually get into the home that suits their life at this time versus the time when they first bought their home, or so that they can actually learn how to manage life's challenges better and less stressful than ever have before, or so that they can to whatever is the tangible benefit message, whatever's the tangible benefit of someone hiring you and your services. That's what you want to attach. That's what you want to mention when they ask you, what do you do for a living? I do da 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 da. You know how there's so many people that da 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 da. Well, I do this so that they can. The so that they can is the part that distinguishes you from the pack. You do what you do so that they can. Let me give another tip. What I'm giving is freaking gold today. I'm teaching somebody something gold today. Why would you do this, Brian? Why would you go live on a Friday afternoon and give all of these amazing nuggets? The reason why, and I could have did it in 3 minutes instead of 30 minutes, okay? The reason why I consistently go live and give nuggets like this is because the people that can hear me can find me. so that the people can hear me, because there's not everyone can hear Brother Brian McNeill. Not everyone can hear from the sales confidence coach. Not everyone can hear from the king of the conference rooms. But the people that tune in and catch a little bit here and a little bit there, they start to get an idea of who I am. They start getting an idea of my personality. And the people that can hear me can find me by going live. And I encourage you to do the same thing. Again, you have a right to your personality. You have a right to the rate of speed at which you work. And you have a right to the way that you work. And if you keep putting your stuff out, you keep letting people see you be great, then your audience can find you. Another reason why I do these things from time to time, pretty regularly, doing something live or something free or giving a free tip, is the way selling is made today. That's different than it's ever been before. Clients and customers used to hope that the salesperson was honest. They used to hope they got an honest salesperson. Today, they're not worried about that as much because they can Google you right in your face. They're not worried whether you're going to tell the truth or not because they can verify it for themselves. And it's vain of you to think they're not checking you out before they listen to you. But part of the way selling is different today is you, my entrepreneurial friends, you, my sales friends, have to figure out a way to lower your potential clients' risk, to lower their risk. What's their risk? They don't want to waste any money on buying someone or hiring someone that can't get done what they bought. They don't want to risk wasting their time, and they don't want to risk any undue aggravation. They don't want to risk time, money, or an aggravation factor. So then you have to lower their risk. How do you lower their risk? You give them a chance to taste test you. Give them a chance to taste test your services. Offering them something that they can try you on or check you out for free or for low cost. That's part one today. We have to give them a chance. It's harder now than ever before for people to hire people that they've never heard about or never heard from or never tried out before. It's hard. Most of the time when they want to hire someone, they'll ask their network, who do you know that can do this? And their network, who has tried you out before, can refer. It's more like that now than ever before. So you do need to put some stuff out there. You give people a chance to taste test you. Taste test is probably the best way I could put that. Give them a chance to try you out. Because once anyone who watched this right here or watched any of the ones I've ever done, one of the most prodigious moments in my life was I had a lady call me up and ask, could she take me and my wife to breakfast? She wanted to take us to breakfast. I was like, okay, that's nice of you. So we agreed to meet her for breakfast. I think it was on a Wednesday or Thursday morning. So we went to a nice place for breakfast and we ordered breakfast. We had a good breakfast with her, a nice conversation because she asked to take us to breakfast. And she says, Brian, I've been watching you and taking part in all of your free trainings for years. She said, I never had the money to hire you like I wanted to or to buy any of your stuff. I never had the money before, but anything you do for free, I was there for, and I've been taking as much of your free training as I could get. She says, I've been doing that for years, Brian. And she goes, I'm in a position right now where I could bless you with some money. You don't have to do nothing else for me. So I want to bless you with some money. I'm like, what do you want to do? She said, I want to give you and your wife this money. And she gave us $500 in cash. Now, how cool was that? I did not know her like this, but I know she was one of the people that tuned in. She blessed us with $500 in cash because she said the things that she had been learning from me over the years that was free to her because I just went live and just taught something. The stuff that she had picked up for years helped position her to earn enough money where she was happy and enthusiastic about blessing me and my wife with some money. That was nice. And that made me, it encouraged me too, to keep on blessing. There are some people who can't afford to hire a sales coach, especially the sales confidence coach, especially if you've ever worked with a sales coach before, or a business coach, or a life coach, or a wealth coach, or any of those kinds of coaches. Have you ever hired a coach before that you found yourself and paid yourself? Let me tell you, if you had ever worked with a sales coach or a business coach before, or any of those kinds of coaches, I am way better than them. Yeah. Yes, I am. My coaching, my stuff is way better. So I'm going to wrap here now. I'm going to put in the comments a link for you where you could, if you wanted to schedule, I offer a complimentary one-on-one consultation. You can have some time with me where we could talk about you and your business directly. I also ask you, if you found my information helpful, maybe you know of an organization or an association who would be greatly benefited by having the king of the conference room come and deliver a word for them, or the sales confidence coach deliver a word for them. I promise you, anybody that you refer to me, once that process is done, once I've done my thing, they will thank you for referring me. There's a reason why I literally have hundreds of testimonials of the effectiveness of my work. Thank you for those of you that decided to join me today. I feel good because I know that there's somebody that caught some part of what I did today and got some answer to some question. I know somebody and became better in their game because of something I said today. If you want, you can put in the comments for that. Either way, thank you for joining me. You have a beautiful rest of your Friday and have an amazing weekend.